exactly the same as last lesson on collecting like terms. You can see the only difference is we're adding two polynomials together. So we've got the binomial with two terms, x plus 3, and we're adding that to this binomial, 2x plus 1. So let's do this with tiles first. There's an x, there's a 3. So there's my first polynomial, x plus 3. I'll kind of put those guys together to show that they're one polynomial. And then my other polynomial, I've got 2x plus 1. So they're a polynomial. Okay, and same as yesterday or last class, we can just rearrange that. So now we can see we've got 3x plus 4. So notice the brackets don't really do anything. The problem is that tomorrow they will do something. So the way I want you guys to do these is I want you to write equals the line above and just rewrite it without the brackets. Now we can do our shapes, showing that the French fries go with the French fries and the numbers go with the numbers. Okay, and we always do highest degree first. So, and we can see down here from the tiles, obviously, we've got 3x, and we've got 3 plus 1 over here is obviously 4. Okay, so again, exactly the same as yesterday. Just we need to do one more step to rewrite them without the brackets, because tomorrow we're going to be doing subtraction, and if we try to do them without rewriting without the brackets, we're going to get them wrong. So this is mostly just to form a good habit for tomorrow. So let's have a look at this guy, b. We've got 3 minus x squared as the first polynomial, plus negative 2 plus 3x squared. Okay, and first step, write it without the brackets. So I've got 3 minus x squared. I got plus negative 2, which I could write as plus negative 2, but I'm going to be lazy and write minus 2 because that's the same thing and it's easier to write. And then I've got plus 3x squared. And again, the 3 and the negative 2 are going to go together, and the negative x squared and the positive 3x squared is going to go together, remembering to include the positive and negatives to the left when I'm doing my shapes. Okay, highest degree first, so I've got negative x squared and plus 3x squared is 2x squared, and 3 and negative 2 is going to give me plus 1. Remember, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. Okay, next guy, C. The other good reason to pause the video is if you want to try these by yourself like we do in class before I give you the answer. Because as I talk about all the time, making mistakes is how we learn. So if you don't try these and make some mistakes, you won't learn as much. Okay, there we go. So this time we've got a trinomial, 3 terms, plus another trinomial, 3 terms. So let's write it without the brackets. I've got negative 3 plus 2y minus 3y squared. And then I've got plus negative 2y, which I'm just going to write as minus 2y, plus 4 minus y squared. And I'll do underlines on the numbers, circles around the y's, and boxes around the y squareds. And highest degree first, we should do the y squareds first. So I've got negative 3y squared and negative 1y squared is going to give me negative 4y squared. 2y minus 2y is 0, so I'm not going to write anything. And negative 3 plus 4 is plus 1. Okay, and one more. Here we go, D. Got w squared minus pw plus p. is our first polynomial. And we're going to add that to negative pw minus 3w squared minus w plus 7. And same as every time, first step is going to be write these without brackets. So I've got w squared minus pw plus p minus pw minus 3w squared minus w plus 7. Okay, here we go. So w squareds, pw's, the p doesn't have anything, it's the same as the w is by itself, and so is the 7, so we're done. Okay, highest degree first. This is w times w, this is p times w. Both of them are two variables multiplied together, so they're both degree 2. So I could start with either. I'm going to start with w squared for the heck of it. So w squared and negative 3w squared, excuse me, negative 2w squared, negative 1pw, negative 1pw is going to be negative 2pw. Next we have to do the single variable, the degree 1s. So I'll go plus p minus w, and then 7 is degree 0, so we'll do that last. Oh, and actually let's do one more. So we've got 1/2 minus x plus 3/4 plus 1/3 x. Okay, step 1. Let's write it without the brackets. Got 1/2 minus x plus 3/4 plus 1/3 x. Okay, and let's do our shapes. So 1/2 and positive 3/4 are numbers, and x and positive 1/3 x are obviously both x's. Okay, so if it was the last question, it'd be easier to just add these numbers, but in this case it's a bit harder. So we're going to have to add 1/2 plus 3/4. Notice I only need a common denominator between these two, because those are the only two I'm adding. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom here by 2. And I'm just going to write the number stuff, leaving spaces for the x's here. So I know that that's going to be 2/4, and I know that's going to be plus 3/4. Okay, perfect. And now we've got negative x. Negative x is the same as negative 1x. And I can think about 1x as 1/1. And this time I'm adding these two, need a common denominator of 3, so I'm going to multiply top and bottom there by 3. So that's going to be minus 3/3x, and this guy already has the common denominator, so plus 1/3x. And now I'm going to put my shapes back just to remind myself which ones I'm adding together. Alright. So I'm going to do x's first. They're the highest degree. So I've got negative 3/3x and positive 1/3x. So I owe 3 slices. I have 1 slice. So after I pay things off, I'm going to owe 2 slices of 3-slice pizza, negative 2/3 x. And next one's going to be 2/4 plus 3/4 plus 5/4. And that's fine to leave that as an improper fraction. Okay, here's your assignment. So you need to do page 228, 3, 5 in brackets, 6, 8, 9, 14, not in brackets, and new curriculum question 2, also not in brackets. Enjoy!